and a half or some shit. Oh,
Period.
a month and some change. Damn. Because last time I recorded was on my birthday.
Period.
Okay.
So you're wrong.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Megan's View. It's been a minute. I missed y'all. So I'll probably do a whole video or just act like I didn't go missing for a month. I'll choose if I do a video about my disappearance for a month or whatever, but I'm back regardless. And as you can see from the setup, I have a crappy camera quality because I'm on my computer. But as you can see to wherever this is going to place up, she's to my left right now. This girl right here that I am chatting with on my computer here on Zoom is this girl named Morgan or whatever. You know, this girl. She's big. Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Y'all already know what it is.
Go ahead. Introduce yourself to my peeps and to Megan's View. Go ahead.
Hey, what is up, you guys? If y'all really was ride or die for Megan, y'all should already have been tuned into our other podcast. Okay. Woo! So y'all should already know who it is. And if you don't know who it is, I'm gonna need to log off. If
she's spitting OG facts.
I've been watching Bad Girls Club.
She talking OG
you know what
facts.
It is. No, for real. Yes. But you guys know what it is. What is up? My name is Morgan, and I'm Morgan from old school podcast that y'all should have already been watching. I'm Morgan from the block. I'm Morgan from Cultured Dorks, and yeah, just all that. So that's all I need to know.
Exactly. So a little background on this girl, because it's her first time on my channel, but it's not our first time working together. Morgan and I met in middle school, so we've been rocking since middle school, and yes, to be exact. So we be besties or whatever, if you can say that. But she be harassing me sometimes. She's a troll, but we're not gonna talk about that. But as y'all know, some friendships don't last.
It's your channel, so let me not go there. Let me not embarrass you on your channel.
You see what I have to do with? Anyway, so some friendships don't last when you move and you progress on in life. And I've heard this infamous saying that some people are in your life for seasons and stuff like that. And some people stay for a reason and whatever. So as you can see, she's still here with all her antics. And
period.
And we lasted through middle school, through high school, and through college, but going through, I'm on the northeast of Ohio, and she's went to the northwest of Ohio. So we were two separate places, and we're still at a distance, but we still maintain a friendship. Yeah. That's the background on our situation here. So welcome to the channel, Morgan. Even though, you said, y'all should not be new to her. But in this
y'all really shouldn't.
In this video, we are going to be talking about college because it's school season basically, but we're both recent grads. We graduated in December of 2020. And I reached out to Morgan because I wanted to basically have a source for people, especially the melanated who are going to PWIs or just anybody basically going to college or still in college who need some advice, who need some motivation or whatnot. And we just are going to I'm going to be kind of interviewing Morgan and also chiming in a little bit on our college experiences, advice to pass on, and all that jazz. So are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready. I like to talk my stuff, so period. I'll say the school's name and everything. I'll at them, okay? I don't care.
Ooh. Okay, period. Y'all did not went to Akron, University of Akron, UA, go Zips or whatever. But what school did you go to, Morgan?
I'm over here cringing at go Zips, but I mean, there's not much I can give either at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I went to the University of Toledo. Go Rockets.
See how I have pride in my Zips?
But y'all really wasn't winning nothing, so.
We didn't need to talk about that though.
Okay.
Anyway, that's besides the point.
I mean, am I supposed to say, when I graduated and stuff, we graduated at the same time, we came in at the same time, came in on 2016, and then we graduated December 2020.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
fall semester grads here. And
Yeah.
so my first question to you is, what was your expectations of college, and did they match up to what you went through?
Honestly, my expectations might have been a little too high because, for one, I had never been away from home. I've never like gone too far away from home for long periods of time. And then on top of that, girl, you know, I'll be reading books and like watching movies. So I was like, oh my gosh, we about to kick it like it's in a movie or something. Like, yeah, no, it was real slow. Like it wasn't adding up. But yeah, even though it didn't meet my expectations, I feel like it surpassed it in the fact that I learned so much, not just about life, but also myself, how I deal with certain situations. I feel like if I went to HBCU, it would be totally different. Like I got the real deal, like this is life as a minority kind of thing. But it wasn't all like, I shouldn't say it like that, where it was like, UT is racist. Like, no, it's not like that. But I've ran into some situations where I was like,
yeah, especially we went to the same schools for our whole time before we got to college. Our schools were predominantly Black, like from a middle
like
school.
there was like four. There had to be like 4 white people in high school, and I'm telling you, they were either all like gay and like hood, so they were cool. Like we were all cool with them, so I never had that issue.
Yeah, so it was definitely, so you would say it was like a kind of a culture shock, especially being in a new city too, because Columbus is a major city, but Toledo is small.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and then for me, I guess I can add that I, you know, tried to join student organizations and join the band thinking that, oh, I would make friends a little easier, because when going to UT, I didn't know who was going to go for my school. It ended up being like one other person from my school and like a rare amount of people from Columbus that I didn't know either. So joining the band, I was like, okay, cool. Like I was in band in high school. We had fun. We was playing It's Hot in Here, and we was like jigging in the like stands and stuff. Like we had fun. But then coming out here, we playing like Sweet Caroline and like some other songs. Like I was like, this how y'all get down. But it was cool. It was cool. It turned into a vibe, but it wasn't a vibe at first.
Okay, I can definitely agree to my experience going into, like, I had this whole like mindset. I was starting a very new chapter, that I was going to be a brand new person, to like get out of my nutshell, get out of like leaving any like weight from high school and stuff like that here, and then coming to Akron and starting being like this whole new like outgoing person. That was not the case. And I felt a welcoming spirit from a lot of people, like just like from like, I guess like student orgs who were helping people move in and stuff like that. But when it came down to the mingling, and I was like by myself, and I didn't have a roommate at the time yet because she came in later, it was definitely hard to get acclimated, especially being in a very much smaller city with a whole bunch of different new people, and being a minority. A lot of will click up together real quickly and not be so as friendly. And I'm used to being at other schools with more diversity and being more open to meeting new people, I should say. So it definitely took me a minute to get truly acclimated here. And that's where I'm going to leave that up for my first year. Because I'm not going to say it was all bad, because it got better progressively as time went on. But yeah. So with that, you mentioned student orgs. How is it finding an org to join?
Honestly, and I guess it ties into what you said about like people clicking up and stuff like that. People come to Toledo knowing who other people already are, or they have that connection of saying like, oh yeah, I'm from Cleveland, or I'm from Toledo, and Toledo's very close to Detroit, so all the D-town people was there, and they kicking it, and they know all the songs and whatever. Like when you go to different parties and stuff, they already know each other, they already know the slang, they already know everything about that. But I was like lost, and so joining orgs, it was difficult because some of them I was like, okay, I can see myself kind of meshing into it, but I'm not going to be like this with people because they already had other best friends, other people they hung out with. When you go to these things and you go to these places, you kind of have to put yourself out there. I can't sit in a corner and expect somebody to be like, hey, what's up? Welcome. This is the Black Student Union. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, they'll do that kind of, but not not a lot. You know, you have to go see them. You have to talk to them before they even want to approach you and see who you are.
That's very true. I would say, because for me, like, I remember talking about this to you, like our first freshman year. It was hard for me to find something to join. Like, we brand ourselves of, yeah, we have 300 plus student orgs, so you're definitely going to find a place to join. And it's not easy for everybody to find a place to join, because I didn't know we had a BSU. I didn't know we had an African Student Association until the ending of either my freshman year or something like that. So it was too late to join. It was like the end of year celebrations. And I'm like, I wish I would have known in the beginning, because I would definitely say it's like almost like an exclusive club to get into, and you have to know someone to get in. And I didn't know anybody to get in. So I didn't know of like Black orgs or any org that would really resonate with me at first. So I joined like Hall Gov and made some small acquaintances there and whatnot to get like my foot wet and be involved, because I would say getting involved in college is the most important thing besides academics to do, because you need that experience, you need that networking, you need to make your experience worth it while you're there. So I tried to make sure that I wasn't always going back to my dorm to sleep every single day after class, especially my classes would end early. So I would have nothing but time to do nothing. But I would say it took me a minute to really get into like my actual niche of group of people, because I literally kind of like fell into it by like my sophomore year. And I wish I had it throughout all 4 experiences, and I wish I would have broken into it a bit more sooner than I did. But it took some time, but I think it all came in due time.
Yeah, I feel as hard as it was, I was also still trying to push myself to get out of my comfort zone, but then also still trying to be in a comfort zone, because I'm at a PWI. I've never really associated with that many white people before. That sounds weird and foreign, but like, you would be surprised how many white people could say the same about us. They'd be like, look at all these Black people in this class. What's going on? Like, you know, so I was trying to find a comfort area within Black organizations and things like that. So BSU was a good one. Like, obviously, I think almost every school has a BSU, and if they don't, start one, because you're going to need it. And somebody else probably going to need it. Okay, be that change. I also was in like a few other Black ones. There's like 4AW, the advancement of Black women. I'm not gonna go through the whole AAAA whatever. But also I was in Natural Heritage, which was about Black women, natural hair, also Black men too, because a lot of guys would come to us as well. So I ended up, I'll just say, for my first year, I was looking and I kind of found it, but I wasn't too deep into it as I was progressing on throughout the other 4 years.
Yeah, because especially I wanted to join BSU because I wanted to feel more intertwined with the Black community on campus and stuff like that. And knowing what I know now, like, it's very, not like there's to say they're closed off, but it's like they keep each other close by. So like, even like I've heard from other people how they felt like it was hard to even get into, I guess they felt like it was like an inner circle society where like you have to know somebody to get into it and all that kind of stuff. But I was thrown into it because I just went with my roommate. Finally, I had all good roommates besides one girl, but my roommate and I decided to go to Sade. Y'all know who Sade is. And we decided to go to this macaroni and cheese night where they had different macaroni. It was like this whole little cute thing. Or we decided to go, and then we just got thrown into the sauce of like a whole bunch of stuff. And then from there, I got into the board of BSU. I got into a whole bunch of stuff. So we just like accidentally fell upon it, and they were all cool. So from my experience, it wasn't like that. But I can see where they're coming from, because for a minute, especially in my beginning times, they weren't as branded out to everybody on campus so you can know about it until later on. So it did change, but I can understand that point. But would you agree that getting involved helped change your perspective of your university and your experience?
Probably, honestly, 2 major things that helped me change my experience was when I finally picked a solid major and I was like in it and I was like, I'm going along this ride. that's when I start really feeling a change. And then also when I started taking student orgs a little more seriously.
So how was your roommate experience though? How was it? Especially you're an only child. So how is it with somebody else in open your space?
It was weird. I really do think it was weird, but I didn't have a problem with sharing my space, I should say, because you know, you have your own side and the other person has their side. Like if I say don't touch my stuff, don't be in my business and stuff. And like some schools, I don't know if your school had this, but some schools will have like a contract you can sign, or not a contract, but like a whole list of things. Like you check, oh, my roommate can be on my side of the room, most like me, least like
so
me.
like
You can
before you
like
move
do different things. Yeah, it's like an
before
interview, and then
so
like,
it's like a questionnaire they ask you to see if you can match up
yeah,
with the perfect. Yeah, we did that too. Yeah.
yeah. So it like would match you with different people and stuff like that. But I was into it. I was like, first of all, in my description, I said African American female. Cause I was like, I'm not dealing with nobody that don't like me. Okay, I'm not dealing with it. I made
And
sure
that's
every
something you
single
have to
time I
worry
did my
about.
roommate thing. Period. Every time I would be like African American female,
Yeah.
likes anime, likes to game. I be up at night. I don't know what else to say. Like I don't know what else to say. But yeah, and plus I'm a homebody and stuff like that too. So I stay in my room a lot. My first roommate, now I didn't have a problem with her though. It was cool. I feel like if anything, I was probably the problem roommate because I was up at night and just doing like crazy stuff. So my first roommate, we were cool. We still follow each other on Instagram and stuff like that. Like it's fine. Like I wouldn't text her right now and be like, "Hey girl, what's up?" Like no. But there were people on that floor that I was still cool with and that I ended up working with later on too, like as campus jobs. We'll get into that. But my second year, who did I room with? No, my second year, and also if you're a freshman and you don't have anybody that you're going to school with, at least try and do the little roommate thing, the questionnaire, so then you can match with somebody that you know. Your second year, try and at least get to know somebody, so then you could be like, hey girl, like we cool, we can mesh and like at least live, cohabitate, whatever. My second year, I lived with all new people again. That was a whole issue because I lived with like 6 other people because it was a big suite and it had like 3 other rooms with 2 people to each one. So that was an issue. That's when I
The
noticed like,
story
okay,
times that came from that year, you would call me and you would tell me the story times, the bathroom cleaning process. I'd be like, they are dirty.
Girl, it was nasty. Like the video just kind of came up again too on my Snap. It was like, look at your recaps from blah 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 year, and I was like, I remember that. Like it was dirty. It was not cute. I was pissed, and I would always be the last one to move out. So then, if you did not clean that room, you will be charged.
That's very
so
true.
I was like, shoot. And I remember this too. I was petty. Don't be petty, y'all. Try not to be petty. At least do what would Jesus do, you know? But at the time, I didn't know Jesus like this, like I do now. So I was petty. I was cleaning up and stuff. I was like, now I know they did not just close all their doors, lock and just leave, like lock the door and leave. So when I seen all the stuff that was out in the common area that I thought I had to clean up, I would push the stuff back under their room door. So then I'd be like, yeah, they gonna get charged.
That's grimy, but I respect.
But they left it.
Yeah.
So there was like poster boards. It was like all kinds of stuff. I was like, there's the door. I'll be like, like I'll be pushing it up there. Because the door was locked, so I couldn't get in to put it there. I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm about to tear this place up.
That's grimy.
If y'all seen how it looked, there was noodle stuff all in the sink all the time. The shower was always clogged. It had hair everywhere. The bathroom was nasty. Trash would never be taken out. I had my microwave in the common area because I was like, okay, we all cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Girl, every time somebody would use a microwave, there'd be stuff stuck in the microwave. Like, it was so nasty to a point where there was like gnats in the room. It was trifling. It was nasty. I couldn't.
I didn't have to deal with none of this. Besides my one roommate, she was a bit. She kept her mess on her side, I would say. And then when it was time to clean up, she cleaned up. But all my roommates have been A-okay in the cleaning department. So I have the total opposite where I was A-okay, and I'm a neat person as it is as well too. So I didn't really run into that situation. I even had, God bless her heart, I even had my roommate, Sade, make my bed when it was not made. And nobody has ever done that. And that really threw me off. I said, I gotta talk to this girl because she just made my bed. But she's like, I was cleaning up and I saw you were in a rush and you didn't make your bed. So I made your bed. So everything was all cool in that department. But
that's why I say room with people that you know. So then y'all have like a common ground. If y'all know that y'all like to lock doors, lock the doors. If y'all know y'all don't like guests, don't have guests. If your roommate feels uncomfortable with guys being over, then express that. Y'all need to have
that conversation.
It was just
y'all need to have important advice. Have open communication with your roommate. And if you keep running into, I would say you give it a 3-rule strike. If y'all have 3 rule strikes that are big deals and you can't, go ahead and look into room change requests. Do not try to stick it out through the whole semester, because you can get roommate change requests or room change requests if possible, if y'all have enough rooms. I'm seeing on TikTok that some universities over enrolled people and y'all in hotels. So I'm sorry about that. But if you can, switch rooms after you feel like you can't deal, because don't sit in no situation that's you need to be able to come home from a stressful day of class or being a part of orgs and stuff like that and be at peace when you come back to your room. So take that into consideration.
My second year, that was the last time I started talking. That was the last time I talked to roommates, because after that I just be moving in. I'll be like, hey, my name's Morgan. I'll be on my side, you stay over there.
That's
cool. I wouldn't talk. And I would walk in, I would walk past them, everything. I don't care. I'm not gonna say anything.
I put this shut up and I put this shut up and I drop them because I don't care. I don't care.
I really don't though, because like, why would I be bothered with you and you not paying for my bills on this side of the room? Like, we don't have to be cool. Like, just have some common sense. Like, okay, stay on your side. We cool. Whatever.
Big thing.
Right.
So I would say in totality, to wrap it up, just so I don't be late to this next event I'm going to, but I would say, what
is there a part 2? Oh my gosh.
There's definitely gonna be a part 2, because I feel like we didn't even reach a lot of things, but we reached like a common important stuff. I feel like because the roommate, there's definitely gonna be a part 2 to this, so stay tuned for that, y'all. But what advice would you give to incoming freshmen and as well as current students in college right
now? Just based off of what we said, or like anything?
In general, because it could be something we haven't mentioned yet that could be a part 2, but in general, advice you would like people to know.
My biggest advice, what I struggled with was doing what other people told me to do. My mom, my other family members, they were like, do something that could get you a lot of money. Do something where you don't have to like be in this position of like, I'm not making enough money. I'm not doing this and that. Like, everybody focuses on money. So if you like, I'm just gonna have to go to nursing school or something like that, I'm gonna have to work about 1 billion hours a week and I'm gonna have to like just get this money, stack up, whatever. Do something that makes you happy, period. Because that's my biggest thing. I struggled my first year because I was in a major that I knew I liked, but other people were telling me just to do it. Because I've been saying since I was in like first grade, I want to do journalism. I want to do something where I write and be a creative. But everybody was like, that ain't gonna make too much money. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just do education. Because I do like education. And it correlates now to where I am because I've done education and the media comm it clicks later on. It clicks later on down the road. So just do something that you know will make you happy. If you know that you're not good at math and all this other stuff, don't try and force yourself to be no accountant. Don't be in finance if you don't like it. Okay.
By the way,
don't force it. If you don't like engineering, if you don't like engineering, don't do that.
By the way,
something that makes you okay, I'll wrap it up.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, by the way, we in the same major, because what you're saying is hitting for me too, because I was in the same predicament. I changed my major first, and then literally she follows suit after, because it's just like, it's very true. You in college and you spending money and you going to college, you putting yourself through all of this. Do something that you want to do, because anything can correlate at the end. She's like, you did a whole camp where you were teaching media to people, to students. Mm-hmm. And I'm the same way. I was a biology pre-med student when I came in, and I graduated a media studies degree. Like, it's the same thing. So what you're saying is factual.
No, for real. I was in an interview today and somebody asked me, what do you see success as? Happiness, how am I feeling mentally? Things like that. Am I progressing in myself? Do I feel good about myself? Or am I just doing what other people said I should do? Because that's just what society wants you to do. That's what society views it as. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm telling you, do something that you want to do. And then also, if you go to school and you don't know what you want to do, take classes that pertain to like still a generalized, not a major, but like just, you could get like a, what is it, gen ed?
Those gen ed classes,
you can still get like an associate's degree.
Those gen ed classes are a great scope to see what you like to do. So when if you declare as a gen ed major because you didn't declare yet, so if you're undeclared, do those classes and take interest. That's really how I got into media, because like Morgan said, I've been new for a while. Even my sisters can account to the fact that they were waiting for me to really accept the fact that I wanted to go into media because I had a passion for it from a young age. And it literally took me time to really break away from, oh, I want to be a doctor because I do love medicine. I do love biology. And I love that. And I want to help people. But I realized I can do that in media. So I guess what my advice for people is to make the best of your experience and putting yourself out there. I'm a very shy and introverted person, but college definitely helped me break out of that shell where I'm very much sociable with other people. I love to network, and I love to do that because of the experience I put myself through college. Like, college is definitely what you make of it. A lot of people say that, but believe it, because it goes into, in life in general, what your results would be will reflect on your hard work and dedication to what you put in to get to the end point. And looking back at my college experience, I miss my college experiences, and I also have a slight of regret that I didn't start it earlier, because I would have enjoyed it for a longer term. But I enjoyed what I enjoyed because it made me who I am today, and I wouldn't trade I sometimes think of alternatives of what if I went to a HBCU, or what if I went to a different PWI in general, would I still get the same experience or outlook or whatever? And I feel like everything happens for a reason, but also keeping in mind that you get what you put out. You get what you get, whatever, however the saying goes, you get what you put out basically. And what you put out, what you do to it, it's your result, and you won't regret it, because you don't want to look back and be like, I didn't give it my all, or I wish I did A, B, and C, and you have too much regret. So you're always going to have a slight regret, but don't make it to overside everything else that happened, you know? So that's really it for this part one. I feel like this was hella short and that's why I should listen to our podcast that we had, because we be going, and this is only like, our dynamic is very... Like, we can go on. We can really go on if we want to.
I think our podcasts were like 1:30, so yeah.
Girl, it went on to 2 hours. What are you talking about? It went on for 2 hours.
We would literally still be talking.
Yes. Like, and this is what a short 30 to 45 minutes, because unfortunately I have to go. But watch out for part 2 when this girl's not busy. She's Miss Busybody over there. So I have to see if she can schedule me into her calendar for part 2. So
I wish I wasn't this busy.
No, girl, you can't stay booked and busy.
No, it's just other outside stuff, y'all, personal stuff. But y'all, that's what I also would say. Keep your head up. Don't let nothing get you down. If you are feeling down and you feel like you about to give up, fix it. Get it together. Because there's too many people dropping out. How many people, between the people that are dropping out and between the people that are actually graduating, girl, it ain't balancing out. It ain't adding up. So somebody got to graduate and let it be you. Okay?
Listen, when you're down, you take that as a rest period, but you remember just to get back up. You take that moment to get yourself together, but just remember to get back up. And that's how we're going to sign up, because that was a word right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell button every Sunday. I am back. I went missing just to get myself right. I moved. A lot of changes have happened, so I need to take that rest period. But we back in the building, And I will see y'all next Sunday. Thank you, Morgan, for joining this week. And also tell them about Culture Dorks, your little YouTube channel. I'm going to link down below.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, I ain't posting once a week like Megan be doing, but I'll be posting sometimes, okay? Like, it be something, a little something. I'm tell you that.
Something. But it be good content. That's all that matters.
Period. Because I was literally like about to push myself and be like, yo, I need a post. But then I was like, do not stress yourself out over this. You want to post the best content that you can. So that's why Megan, she posts good content. And then if y'all want to follow me, you can follow me on Culture Dorks. Okay. Cultured Dorks. Okay. Follow me on or subscribe to the YouTube. There's Instagram, Twitter, and then there's a Twitch stream. But they tried to do me dirty with the Culture Dorks. And so there's no S, just Culture Dork. No plural, just one. But anyway, yeah, that's me.
All right, y'all. And I will see y'all next time. Hopefully part 2 will follow suit too. But in the meantime, deuces.
Yeah, if y'all got comments or questions or something like that about what we said, drop them, period.
For real. But we
could keep going on part 2. But bye.
Bye. This is what we have. This is it all the time. For real.
This is all I'm giving y'all. Okay, y'all gotta run the numbers up first. Then we'll give you a little something for part 2. Okay.
You see, run the numbers up. Exactly. Period. All right, y'all. Bye.